This is part 3 of the Detroit Tigers against the Boston Red Sox. And another point I would like to get across is, yeah, we came up with Quentin Berry, but that's the least we could have done. That's the least we could have done. Now, Delman Young, I wouldn't have let Delman Young go that easily. That was a dumb move itself. We could have used Delman Young as a pinch hitter at the very least. He's more clutch than what we have right now. He's not the best player, but he's more clutch than Victor Martinez. And he could have carried us a couple of games. The A's wouldn't stand a chance, and Boston Red Sox would have been reeling right now if we had kept Delman Young. That was a dumb move. And Quentin Berry, he's not a hitter, and Quentin Berry can't field. And Quentin Berry certainly can't throw, but Quentin Berry has the asset that makes opposing pitchers nervous. Speed. We have none of that. Absolutely none of that. And even if we did, Quentin Berry would have still been a useful asset for the Detroit Tigers when we needed to manufacture a fucking run. You see, we haven't been doing any of that shit in the past 3 fucking years. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. If our lineup was Justin Upton in left field hitting 5th, Austin Jackson hitting this position, the 9th spot at center field, because we need his defense. His defense is a necessary element for a World Series team. And Yoenis Cespedes is hitting about cleanup, hitting either third or cleanup. Our outfield would have been set. And third base would have still been our least ideal, but no one would have done worse than Brandon Inge. Peralta's not worse than Brandon Inge. I can tell you that. Prado and Infante could have played third too. But it would have been a tough decision, but I would have probably traded Peralta for bullpen help the next year and have Martin Prado or Omar Infante play third base. Omar Infante could have played third. But Martin Prado, I would have had played third. He could play third base pretty well. Jose Reyes, on the other hand, very ideal. Prototypical leadoff hitter. Gold glove. Leadoff hitter. 40 stolen bases a year. Perfectly in his prime. And won numerous batting champions. Would have challenged Miguel Cabrera for a batting championship. That's the truth. That's the truth. And Miguel Cabrera stayed at first and would have been a threat to win the Triple Crown. And it's not an easy feat to win your third straight batting title, which is what Miguel Cabrera did. He would have still been pitched around naturally, yeah, but not as often. But teams wouldn't have pitched Miguel Cabrera around with Josh Willingham. Josh Willingham, if he didn't perform, he gets benched. And Victor Martinez, DH, is full-time Doman could have handled 120, 130 games as a catcher. Don't insult my intelligence. But Victor Martinez, we could have caught Victor Martinez a couple of times to give Doman a spell. The lineup would probably be Jose Reyes at the top, Martin Prado at number 2, number 3 Miguel Cabrera, number 4 Yoenis Cespedes, number 5 Justin Upton, number 6 Ryan Doman, number 7 Omar Infante, number 8. Well, let's rephrase that. Number 1, Jose Reyes. Number 2, Martin Prado. Number 3, Yoenis Cespedes. Well, Miguel Cabrera, number 4, Yoenis Cespedes. Number 5, Victor Martinez. Number 6 would have been Justin Upton. Number 7, Omar Infante. Number 8, well, Ryan Doman would have been number 7. Number 8 would have been Omar Infante, and number 9 would have been Austin Jackson. Our pitching would have been, starting pitching would have been golden. Your 1 through 4 would have had no disputes. Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, they're your co-aces. And Dave Dombrowski better not lose Max Scherzer. I can tell you that. He better not lose Max Scherzer. But Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Gio Gonzalez, that's your top 3. That would have been a sick top 3. And Doug Fister, number 4 pitcher, very serviceable. Number 5, your number 5 pitcher would have been Drew Smyly. I would have traded Rick Porcello for Joe Hammerhand and gotten Rafael Soriano. Beef up that bullpen. Give Rondon another season in AAA, or at least till September. Hope Joaquin Benoit, he continues to be set up man. Dotel was done, but Albuquerque would have been mop up at best. Brian Villarreal probably wouldn't have been counted on as much since he's all control, no fastball, but I would have sold Coke after that postseason. But we could have had 2 new lefty specialists. You see, poor planning by Dave Dombrowski. That was the downfall of the Detroit Tigers. Now, he's jumbling that lineup. Torrey Hunter's leading off tonight. Miguel Cabrera's hitting number 2. Prince Fielder hitting number 3. I would have probably led Torrey Hunter off and kept Miguel Cabrera as is, moved Fielder down, or I would have moved Miguel down and have Peralta hit number 2. But at least Austin Jackson's no longer the leadoff hitter for now.